Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NVAX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price. And in this situation, makes summarizing the price action pretty straightforward. So if you were to say, hey, Clay, look, summarize this price action for me really quickly, I'd say pump and dump on thin ice. Now, real quick, I'm not saying pump and dump in the sense of, I'm accusing this company of being run out of somebody's basement over in Somalia. I'm not saying that. I'm just making that comment solely on the price action itself. And my definition of a pump and dump is a price makes a great move, and then within a relatively short amount of time, the price is right back to where it started, or sometimes even lower. So where did this all start? Well, I'm going to define it right here around, the 80-cent mark, give or take. But the point here being the price was trapped, down below this channel here at 80 cents. And then when the price, gapped up and got above it there, that's where the party, really started and the price took off. So again, I'm defining getting started at 80 cents. And as far as first part of the definition, price makes a really nice move. Well, I would assume we can all agree from here all the way up to there, within basically 2 hours, that was a very, very nice move. Second part of the definition, and then within a relatively short amount of time, the price goes back to where it started, or some cases even lower. And considering this all happened in the same day, price pulled all the way back here, and this is where the thin ice comes into play. Did it go back to where it started? No, it didn't go back to where it started. So that's why I say pump and dump on thin ice, because to be fair to the bulls, the price could technically come down here, bounce around at this level, and then head back up. And if that were to happen, well, then you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have the previous set of lows, down there. And then if you pictured each one of those as stair steps, you would have stair steps going in the upwards direction. So again, if the price does come down here, bounces around, and then heads back up, that set of lows there, you'd have that set right there. And then looking at those as stair steps, and I just go over that again because I can see it right now. This is not a pump and dump. This is not a pump. I'm just talking about the price action strictly. And yeah, maybe it's not a pump and dump. Maybe this is just an over-exaggerated pullback to the downside. But in the event the price does fall below this 80-cent mark and then drifts to the downside, well, at that point in time, that would literally be putting the price right back inside of that range. And I'm assuming I'm stating the obvious when I say price movements with genuine power don't go back to where they were. They progress forward, and I'm just defining quote-unquote progress forward as 80 cents. So we'll see what happens with it. Quite a bit of volume in it today, but we'll see if this is indeed simply put, let's see if the bulls can maintain above that thin ice or not.
One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.